call me Master Zen cause I'm a flicky bands.
You see the title, man. No wasting time, man. No long intros. Let's get into it.
Key in my car, breaking and entering, eating my sandwich.
I'm not gonna lie, the whole thing about y'all be getting your cars keyed or whatever, like your belongings getting keyed. I may look black, but I'm not. I'm not from the. Wait, I am from the hood, but bro, I'm not taking these type of like measures where like it's either you just it is what it is, or like you put the paws on her gently. Man, I'm calling the cops, nigga. Fuck all that.
These are just some of the crazy things my ex did. So here's a story about the wildest person I've ever been with, named Angie. It was my third year at college and I was heading to the woods to smoke when I see a woman hysterically crying. I was like, hey girl, you look like you're having a rough go of it. You wanna smoke some sticky icky? She hesitates at first and says, sure. So we began walking to the woods, and all I could think about was how easy it'd be to kidnap her. She had no idea who I was. Now walking somewhere where no one would hear her scream. Talk about rookie mistake. But lucky for her, I had morals. And no rope. Anyway, she introduced herself. Hey, I'm Angie. Pleasure to meet you, Angie. I'm Steve Storms. You're lying. Nope, that's my real name. That's crazy, because I have a thunderstorm tattoo in the back of my neck. Here, push my hair aside and you'll see. So I stand behind her, palm her hair, and immediately get aroused. Johnson's like, whoa, we doing this right now? Relax, this is step one. What was that? Oh, what do you do?
Weird ending.
Tattoo. Anyway, we get to the woods, we're laughing, having a good time when I say, so what got you all hot and bothered? Well, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Johnson's like, that's terrible to hear. All while barely making eye contact. She was wearing a low-cut shirt and it was cold outside. A little hard to make eye contact, you know? Plus, drugs were impacting my decision-making. Sober me is respectful me. High me is fun bags pretty. So after our smoke session, I spit some game and get her number. Now, I'd planned on giving her some time to recover, as she just went through a rough breakup. But after a few days of texting, my Johnson's like, put it in! So I invite her back to my place for a movie. She agrees, and for the first 20 minutes, things are going well, until she brings up her RA. Talk about how hot he is, and how sometimes she sneak into his room and hide under his covers. Needless to say, this was a huge turnoff, and my Johnson was like a deflated balloon. Party over. So once the movie was done, I asked her to leave. The next day, she goes,
leave, woman! You've made my meat. Wait, okay, what type of word can I use? You have made my wiener friend tired.
Goes back to flirt texting me, but I wasn't having it. I'm like, girl, why are you writing this to me? Shouldn't you be sending this to your RA? She goes, no, it's not like that. We're just friends. I'm like, yeah, okay. Then my Johnson's like, psst, psst, remember those nips? I'm like, damn, Jim Dog, you make a compelling argument. Well, I guess I could give her another chance. So I invite her over again for another movie, but this time my roommates aren't leaving. They're like, we gave you the room the other day and you dropped the ball. I'm like, that's a valid point. Whatever. We'll just all watch it together. 10 minutes in and she starts texting me. This movie's boring. Wish we were doing something more interesting. Winky face. So after pondering for a moment, I said out loud, hey Ange, you wanna go in my room? Sure. Then 2 quick high fives to my roommates later, and we're doing the dirty. And this chick was wild. Moaning, contorting her body, whispering in my ear, you're so big. It was magical.
Nice, man. Nice life.
Afterwards, I'd even smoked cigarettes and somehow had one in my mouth. I'm like, damn, girl, that was some good fucking. Anyway, Angie came over again a few days after, and a few days after that, then she started coming over every day. Best part was, she would leave afterwards. It was the dream. Working with no commitments. What more could a college student want?
Emphasis on porking with no commitments. The old me just, bro, I'm trying to be different, bro. The old me just said, you know what? I even forgot what I was about to say. Just know that it's effed up things. I'm glad that I'm changing for the better, man.
But what I neglected to realize was how lazy it'd make me. You see, when a guy's hunting for Kitty, he's on his A game. Freshly trimmed, looking sharp, and smelling like a burrito in a nightclub. But when Kitty's guaranteed, we get lazy. I'll give an example. Every 2...
I'm a different type of specimen. I like it. Y'all don't like the easy cat? I like it. Obviously, the one that is healthy and doesn't contract diseases or come with problems. Hell, I'm not with that.
Tuesday and Thursday, I'd go to karate in the morning. Afterwards, I'd head back to my room where Angie be in my bed waiting for me. Now, normally I'd shower first, as I just sweat my balls off, but one day she presses me up against the door and starts me. I'm like, damn girl, if you don't care, I don't care. And this only made me get easier. Because not only did I stop showering before baby making, but I stopped showering after. That stank just be following me around from class to class. Why does it smell like shit and shame in here? And because
nah, bro, I got a fat nose. You can see for yourself. I cannot do that. The only time I would actually do that is either it's like winter, so the stench is like, I'm not a female, bro. I'm a male, so you can probably stay like 2 days without taking a bath. Not trying to make jokes, but if you're a female, you cannot stay 2 days without taking a bath. That's it. It's just it. Everybody knows. If you don't know, I don't know, bro. Yeah, noses do not work, man.
Spoon was guaranteed. I stopped hunting for Kitty altogether. Why go to the bar and spoon feed White Claws into a chick when I already had one back in my room, ready to swallow whatever I gave her? None of that, hey, let's go dancing for 45 minutes as I dry hump you into thinking I'd be good into the bedroom. Bitch is already in my bed twerking. So this continued for the rest of the semester.
Hey!
We're about to head home for the summer. Angie texts me saying, come to my room. We need to talk. Now, normally I'd be freaking out, thinking she's about to say she's pregnant, but there's no way. Because sure, we were talking on the regs, but she was so...
Yeah, I'm not doing that, bro. Yeah. Consider I ain't got no money. Bank account literally -6 because of the fees literally from not using their account. -6. So yeah, I'm not for me putting my wiener in nobody's daughter raw.
Good at taking birth control. Every day at 4 p.m., no matter what was happening, she'd snap and say, pills. It's not even like she set alarms. She just had a baby-ending spider sense. Time to die, kid. So I went up to her room and she says, do you want a date? Because you'll be living off campus next year, and this won't be as simple as going down a flight of stairs to see one another. That's a good point. You know what? Let me think about it. So after a day of pondering, I was like, oh, hell no. Because even though we had great chemistry in the bedroom, the bitch never laughed at my jokes. I'd be killing in the school pool and she'd just be floating there motionless like Matthew Perry's corpse. Start swimming, buddy. Anyway, I meet back up with Ange and let her down the best way I could. She seemed to take it all right, not realizing her brain was beginning to tweak. That summer I'm on Facebook, posting on a bunch of hotties' walls, not realizing Ange was seeing this, bugging the fuck out. So much so she would call up my friends hysterically crying. Friends be like, well, you aren't dating, so what's the problem? The problem being Ange's feelings had tied up her logic and had no plans of setting them
The good old porking without I'm not going to be using this word outside, bro. The whole porking without attachments for a lot of people is not possible, bro. You gotta be a demon to do that shit.
free. Fast forward to the beginning of fall semester.
I'm not a demon. So don't think, oh, I'm saying this. Are you trying to imply that you're this? No.
And my roommates and I are having a party. Things are going great until Ange comes over and starts cock blocking the shit out of me. She wasn't even pretending. At one point, she sits down in the middle of a Kings game going, I want to play. We're kind of in the middle of, whatever, here's some cards. So I go back to macking on the chick next to me when Ange says, I have to go to the bathroom. Ladies, come with me. Keep in mind, she doesn't know any of the women there. So they all pile in the bathroom, and I'm looking at the guys going, this isn't good. A few minutes later, they come out, and surprise, surprise, none of them want to play anymore. I'm like, Ange, what did you say to them? She goes, nothing. I'm like, all right, that's it, bitch. Get the f*** out. She starts to cry, pretending she's the victim, but
bro, this is not a flex or whatever, bro. This is not a flex. Oh fucking hell, bro. Note to you, if you were to meet my friends and ask them, yo, this how this goofball be, this and that, he be saying some subliminal messages, this and that. So how is he actually like that? Cause every time something happens, like in a video he's watching, he always laughs. No, bro. But when it comes to this one right now, the current me right now, I don't want to say I'm evil, but nigga, get the fuck out of that crying shit, nigga.
I could care less. I knew with her around, I was never getting laid. So I said, get out of here. A few days later, I'm walking to a bar when I see one of my friends across the street. I'm like, Adrian. He looks at me and keeps walking. But my drunk ass is like, well, maybe he didn't recognize me. So I run over and I'm like, hey, homie. Adrian was being real apprehensive. And I'm like, what's wrong, man? Did I say something horrible? If I did, I'm sorry. Nah, I thought you were angry at me. Why would I be angry at you? Well, Ange said, that bitch is crazy. But even though we hashed things out, I was still super pissed. Because if Ange is telling this guy I don't want to speak to him, then she's probably doing it to others. Now I'm missing out on connections and experiences because some bitch is lying about me. Oh, I was heated. So drunk me thought, what is the meanest thing I could do right now? I could call her some basic insult like punt or bore, but I'm crafty. And I could do better than that. Then it hit me. You see, the last time we were and I thought, you know what? This doesn't feel that tight. So while I was her, I stuck in a finger, then 2 fingers. Then I stuck my whole hand. Now, granted, my hand was curled, but that's still a lot of digits to cram in a clam. And that's when I came up with the greatest nickname ever, Whole Hand Ange. It's the chef's kiss of insults. So I text Angie that her new nickname around campus is Whole Hand Ange. Needless to say, she did not take it very well and text back literal death threats. Which really It's really brightening up my day, you know? The next day I get a text from a number I don't recognize, and it turns out it's Angie's sister. She goes on this huge rant of, you have no idea who you're messing with, and I'll ruin your life for disrespecting my sister. Now, of course, I showed my homies, who all had a good laugh, and now we're spitballing ideas of things to write back when I say, hey, how about I respect your sister? I wash my hand before playing her like a puppet. Even my buddies are like, bro, that might be a little much. So I wrote it out and was about to send when I started to have second thoughts. Because normally my brain always picks the funny option, regardless of how much trouble will get me in. 'Tis my how to your high school teacher video. But in this one moment, I thought, you know what? I probably should let this go. However, I didn't let anything else go. Over the next few weeks, I'd get DMs from guys on Facebook threatening to beat the shit out of me, and I'd always respond back with, you are adorable. Because I get...
Yeah, that's a... Oh, this and that. Even. Hey, man. I hope you have a blessed day. A lot of y'all be getting like... Especially when y'all play games, when you like going crazy, talking crazy to another person, and then they end up saying GG's. Y'all feel bad for them niggas. Man, fuck them niggas, man.
Trying to protect someone who's speaking lies, but threatening someone on Facebook is like a 10 with herpes. Flashy at first glance, but ultimately worthless. It's also funny to me that Ange was telling people I'm harassing her as she's encouraging people to harass me. Like, damn girl, you don't see any projection here? And even though she seemed hyper fixated on me, I could care less about her. Because no matter how many times we I never loved her. So I didn't have this emotional desire to get revenge. But I did enjoy seeing her. Because every time we'd bump into each other, she'd scream, I fucking hate you! And just think for a moment how much power that is. My mere presence is enough to ruin someone's day.
Imagine you just walking. Oh, hey! Okay, nah, you gotta be evil as fuck to do that shit. Like, you know that person doesn't fuck with you, and like, you see them all across the street and be like, hey, you don't even talk to this person by text or nothing. You know they hate you, and like he said, the literal side of you just makes them mad. And the fact that you go, hey, how you doing? Especially when they're around people. Oh, bro, that feels nice, man.
Oh, it made me so happy. But this only added to Angie's insanity, and in December, I get a phone call from Campus PD telling me to come down to the station. Obviously, I'm really nervous. 95% of the time, when a girl says a guy's harassing her, she's right. But luckily, the cops were very reasonable.
A woman named Angie is claiming you're harassing her. Now, we've heard her side of the story. We'd like to hear yours.
So the first thing I told him is we used to have in the regs.
Wait a minute. You used to have a romantic relationship?
Yeah, why do you think all this is happening? The cop just rolls his eyes and says,
continue.
Then I showed him all the threatening texts and messages I got, and by the end of it, the officer was completely on my side. However, because police were called on a student, I also had to go speak to the director of student affairs. And this bitch was the polar opposite. Before I said anything, she just starts listing threats. Harassment to students will not be tolerated, and you could be expelled for After minutes of listening to this chick rant, I said, so you've only heard one side of a story and immediately came to a conclusion? I didn't realize an accusation was a conviction. Maybe you should take some of my criminal justice classes and see how gathering evidence is important when it comes to a potential crime. Needless to say, she was pissed, but I just sat there arms crossed like, I know you got nothing, bitch. Fast forward to Valentine's Day, and I'm dating this lovely girl named Rachel.
Oh, man. I thought he gonna say he moved out. You still in... Oh, he's still in campus. I don't know, bro. These be the most effed up situations where, like, you chilling with someone you F with, and then the goofball just gotta come out of nowhere.
We're both walking on campus holding hands when we bump into Angie, who goes ballistic, screaming, you piece of shit. My girl starts chewing her out, saying, he doesn't want your stinky cooter anymore, you flat-faced bitch. I'm laughing, dragging the girl away, saying it's not worth it. Just ignore her. The next day, I get another call from campus police, so I go down to the station and speak to the same officer who says,
So you got more complaints of harassment?
Officer, I've done my best to avoid her, and in the time I've spoken to you, I've only bumped into her once on Valentine's Day when I was with my girlfriend. Officer was trying to remain professional.
I'm not gonna lie, man. You gotta, at this point, shit, you gotta always walk with a camera, bro. Just add the footage, man.
But I could tell he's like,
I can't believe I gotta deal with this nonsense.
A week later, I get a call from Ange saying, we need to talk. I'm
hell no.
Thinking she's gonna try to bury the hatchet.
Man, you can send me a voice over the phone or like a little text, boy. Hell no.
Nope. Turns out her paranoia was at max, and she says, I know you keep stalking me, and if you don't stop, I'll be forced to take legal action. At first, I'm being real neutral, saying, Ange, I'm not stalking you or harassing you.
Hold on, bro. It's getting too dark in here, B, and I gotta finish this video. 1, 2, 3. What the bitch talking about, man? What the bitch talking about? What it be time out? What it be time out? Man, what it be time out? Man, what it be time out? Man, what it be time out? Time out. Literally unpaused the fucking recording, and they did not unpause. Ugh.
She is adamant, saying, "You think I'm making this up? You think I'm crazy? No, I got fucking witnesses." I said, "Listen, I'm not calling you crazy, but calling the cops on Valentine's Day when you see me holding hands with another girl is a little cray-cray." Then she starts threatening my career at the time, saying, "You know, if I file charges against you, you'll never be a cop." That,
like I fucking said, so many brothers that end up in a situation or ended up in a situation, and like for me, yeah, things when. Bro, some of them ended up in jail. It's not even a laughing matter. I don't know, bro. It's like, damn, I wish, like, the minute you hear some shit like this, I wish, like, they had, like, you in that situation, you would literally think, okay, man, let me pull out my phone and just press the record video, because they're going to say you AI, whatever, this and that, these days. Like, just like hold out your phone like you trying to ignore her on something like a little call type of thing, but you're actually taking video of her. Oh man, the only way she could literally destroy you is if she uses black magic, or for me, yeah, some other things. Other than that, in the real world, bro, that's a lot of proof, man.
That's when my brain snapped to sarcasm mode. I'm like, damn, girl, I didn't think 6.5 inches was enough to lose your mind over, and yet, here we are. Now, I know I'm a god at f***ing, but you're gonna have to find a new prophet, okay? Whole hand, Ange. And guys, to this day, I have never seen someone so angry. She couldn't even form words. She just sat there shaking, going, That's when I knew it was time to dip. About a month later, I get a call from my friend Nora, who just so happens to be Angie's roommate. Nora invites me over her place, and I'm like, is this a trap? She's like, no, Angie's gone for the weekend, so it's just me here.
Now. Close that back door, don't get snaked by your homie. Hell nah, man, that's what the Dirk said, man. Don't get snaked out your back door.
Like, oh, all right. So I go over and we're hanging out for a bit when she casually mentions, you know, I found your schedule at Angie's desk. I'm like, what? She goes, here, this is your schedule, right? And I'm looking at it going, holy shit. Angie broke into my place. Nora's like, what are you talking about? I said, because one day I came home and the kitchen window was open. I go to my roommate and I'm like, Jake, why did you open the kitchen window? You know that it's busted and super hard to close.
I didn't open it.
Bro, you're the only one here, and it's not like we got robbed because our laptops and TV are still here. But little did I know someone did break in because that same day my schedule was missing off my wall. That's when Nora says, also, I probably should have told you this sooner, but one day I caught Ange next to your car. Wait, what? I was heading over your place at night when I caught Ange bent over by your car. I asked what she was...
Not gonna lie, man. Like, sending her to jail and for her life. And the right way is like, bro, it's just an object, this and that. Okay, at least I wish like the court could say she gonna pay for the damages. Simple. For me, simple. But if she end up going to debt and then leading into drugs, and then those drugs make her do something like this, and then she does some stupid thing where it leads me like 6 feet, like it ends up with me being 6 feet under. Hopefully I go to heaven. That's what I want. But it's like, man, I didn't want to die like that. Not even just die now. Damn. Man, like I be saying life is nice. Sometimes life be shit, man.
Doing, but she just played dumb. I'm like, God damn it, because someone keyed my car. I just thought it was some drunk asshole, not some crazy bitch. Now, luckily, I didn't have any more interactions with Ange and thought it was all behind me. That wasn't until about a year later when I was working at Bed Bath & Beyond. I had recently threw up my lower back and was super depressed, just unloading boxes, when I get a phone call from my old roommate, Jake. Jake is like, hey, Steve, listen, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I just thought you should know, Ange is pregnant. Whoa.
I thought he gonna say I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is effed up. I thought he gonna say that she's deleted. GG's. Game of Thrones type of thing. I don't even know if I can say this. Dang the GODS. I want to say that. Dang the whatever it is. Yeah, never mind.
What? Yeah. And actually, I was wondering, do you think it's yours? What? No. We haven't smashed in like 2 years. Oh, okay. I was getting worried for a second. But Jake, you know what this means, right?
That you won't be a father?
Well, of course that, but it means she trapped someone.
What?
She trapped someone, Jake. She was so distraught over the fact I could just with her for over a year and have no feelings that she found a way to make someone stay forever.
What if she just forgot to take birth control?
She never forgets to take birth control, Jake! Besides, it's still effective even if you forget to take it for a few days. She trapped someone, and it could have been me, Jake. This crazy bitch could have ruined my life. But instead, I gotta live and see a sunrise one more time.
Glad I can make your day, Steve. Now go live, buddy.
I will. I will, Jake. Did this bitch just send me a friend request?
Ooh, effed up outro. Listen to this by yourself.
You know what you want to do. Oh, you want to push that subscribe button. Oh, push the button. Push the button.
I'm gonna see in this video, bro. I'm not listening to this man outros, never.
Call me Master Zen, cause I'm a flick these bands.